Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you again this afternoon for album review for Oceano Living Chaos that I got a chance to listen to for myself to see what I was going to think of this 9-track record, which is only about 32 and a half minutes or more. 32 minutes and 40 something seconds, so it's not a very long record. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for, or what I listened to, I meant to say. I just said it incorrectly. So I'm going to let you know what I thought of this record overall, what I listened to for Oceano Living Chaos, and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this album review. Now, sorry if I said watched. I'm thinking of a movie for a second because I've been watching movies a lot lately. So, pretty much, it starts with Wasted Life. Great track, by the way. Adam Warren's screaming and deathcore growl vocals are quite outstanding with this track, and I really enjoyed the progression in this track with the guitar work and drum work. This track was a banger for the opening track, so 5 out of 5. I think this was an awesome track and worth checking out when it comes out at midnight. Mass Produced was one of the singles. I think it was the first single for the record, and it's a strong track too. This is another great song. So this is a 5 out of 5 as well. I think progression-wise with the instrumentation is amazing, and Adam's vocals are quite outstanding with his scream growls and all that. So, really enjoyed that about the track. Darkness Rising had an interesting melody for the intro. I mean, I forgot to mention that Mass Produced did have a kind of positive melody for the beginning, but then it got into the deathcore growls from Adam that really impressed me. But now to go back to what I was talking about just a second ago, Darkness Rising is a great track. I really enjoyed the screaming vocals from Adam, and just execution wise, this track did very well with the instrumentation, with the guitar work and drum work, and how it's well produced. So 5 out of 5. Into the Flames was kind of a short track, but very effective of a song, and I really enjoyed this track. So this is another 5 out of 5. I really like this track, and just the way the vocals are sounding from Adam, and screaming wise, potential wise from him, it sounds really good. And just execution with the drum work and guitar work is pretty amazing. Wounds Never Heal. I did a track review for this back in, I believe, May, is when it came out originally, and it was a banger of a song. This track was amazing. Um, it, it Everything ends with you, or everything starts with you, is one of the lyrics from the record, from this song, and it sounds really outstanding with the progression with Adam's deathcore growls and the screaming vocals, and just the way this track sounds instrumentally, it's amazing. So this is a strong 5 out of 5. Interlude was just an interlude track for only 2.5 minutes, but it goes into the next track, The Price of Pain, and this was a pretty strong interlude track, very ominous and creepy, but really effective for how it sounds. So 5 out of 5. The Price of Pain is I believe it was the last single for this record. The recent but last single, and they didn't drop any more singles until this album came out because it's only a 9-track record. So I guess they wanted to keep fans in the loop and keep them surprised and anticipated for this record, which is a good thing, because if you dropped a 4th single, then that beats spoiling about half the record. But still, The Price of Pain was a great track. I really enjoyed this track. The music video is very creepy too, but it's very effective of a song. And deathcore growls, instrumentation with the drum work and guitar work is amazing, and this track was a banger. So I really liked Adam's screaming vocals in this, 5 out of 5. Living Chaos is the second to last track. It is the title track for the record, and a pretty outstanding one too. I really enjoyed this one, so this is another 5 out of 5. And then finally we get to the closing track, Broken Curse, which is over 5 minutes of a song, but it's pretty strong for how it sounds. So, as the closing track, it's a really good closing track, and it ends the record off pretty well. So this is a 5 out of 5 for me for this one. So overall, production, mixing, and execution-wise, I think Oceano's new record, Living Chaos, is a strong record. It's probably one of the best albums I've listened to this year. One of them. I've got so many 10 out of 10 records. And yes, you're going to be seeing what I am going to be giving this record a score, because it's a excellent record, by the way. And give me a second, I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, guys. Had to pause the video to help my mom out for a second. So, pretty much, if I were to give Oceano Living Chaos its deserved score, I'm gonna give it a strong 10 out of 10. It's a great record. I really enjoyed this album for how it sounded. And I think Adam's screaming vocals in this record is pretty outstanding, with the execution and all that. So this was a pretty strong record I enjoyed, and I think this is something to remember. This album is a memorable record, and I would see myself coming back to this record quite a lot, for sure. But overall, 10 out of 10 for Oceano Living Chaos, their new album. It does come out at midnight tonight. It's worth checking out. It's probably one of my favorite records for the deathcore genre. And yeah, I will be returning to you for another track review or two and some other albums as well, because I want to wait to watch the Civil War movie, because I just basically sorry about the background noise, my nephew's throwing a fit. So pretty much 10 out of 10 for Oceano Living Chaos. I gotta end this video because there's a lot of background noise in the background. Sorry about that. But until then, I'll catch you in my next review.